Hey! Hello!
Hi.
We're here.
Yeah.
Back at it again for episode 5.
Beep, 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 beep.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Getting applause.
We're here.
Whoa!
Shit.
Back at it.
All right, I hope you guys are ready for an hour of talking.
Yeah, an hour of mediocre Red Sox
Yeah,
baseball.
They
man.
have a knack to get right above 500 before we. They were like 20. They lost. They were like 4 games under 500. Now all of a sudden, they're gonna be
500.
Oh, they're about to record? Let's go one game over.
Is that what they are right now?
27, 26, yeah.
Yeah. 27 and 26. So what are we since?
Since last we talked, they are 7 and 6. So exactly
Nice.
when you were 500.
Nice. Look at us
There
go.
we go.
Wait,
What a team. Yeah.
Yes.
There's the
That's the
fans.
crowd.
yeah, we let them talk sometimes.
So exactly what they've been all year.
Yep. For
You
the
know.
last couple years.
Yeah. 500.
Yep.
Can't seem to get away from it.
Even when they sign players who are like, hey, they're really good, they're like, the rest of us, we're just not going to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you say something like that, let's get into what's happened recently.
Yeah.
So Marcelo Mayer called up today.
Yes.
He's 0 for 3 right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't talk about that, but
He's 0 for.
but yes,
He didn't say that.
called up today, playing third base because Alex Bregman is hurt.
Yeah.
Not the guy you want to see
Yeah.
go down. You want Marcelo Mayer and Bregman to both be in the lineup,
Naturally.
but yeah, I guess we have to take it as it is. But yeah, so Bregman got hurt rounding first base the other night. Hit a ball to the wall, went around first and kind of stumbled, got back to the bag, but you could see he was visually frustrated. And then he kind of threw his helmet at the ground and walked into the dugout and,
Immediately knew.
yeah, immediately knew.
Yeah. From what it is a significant. At first, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but apparently it's
I
significant.
didn't either.
It just looked like maybe it was like a little tweak or something like that. But according to Alex Cora, it's very similar to his 2021 injury where he missed 58 games, I think, or 50 something games with this. I think the same injury on the opposite leg.
Yeah,
So that's not looking good.
yeah, saying pretty significant injury.
Yeah.
So
Gonna miss some time.
I guess the good thing is we'll get a big sample size of Marcelo Mayer. By the time Bregman comes back, we'll see if he's ready realistically.
Yeah.
But it sucks. Another big hit. I mean, that's both corner infielders now down.
Mhm.
Pitching staff has been pretty much injury plagued all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like they can't get away from it.
No. And even when players do come back from injuries, they get ejected after 2 1/3 innings. So,
Yeah.
what can you do?
That's not his fault though. I
No,
mean,
that umpire was
sucks.
on a power trip for sure.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that call. I mean, how did you miss that? I mean, I get it. You see it from they showed the view from the umpire's perspective, and right when the pitch was coming across the plate, Narvaez stood up. So when he stood
Yeah.
up, he couldn't see where the ball actually came in. But I mean, that thing was right down the middle.
Yeah, and I think the pitch before that too was also a good pitch, and he called it a ball.
Yeah.
So it's just like it was consistent throughout the game with the umpire, and then he kind of just went on the little power trip for it. So
Yeah, I know, and I like how after the game he said that Bueller stepped off the mound first at him, and when you go back and watch the video, Bueller's still in the mound circle.
Yeah.
And the umpire pulls his mask off, walks right out onto the grass
Yeah,
between the two of them.
that's the thing. Like if you're an umpire and you walk out to the grass in the middle of a competitive game, close game, like what do you think's gonna happen? Especially
you're
like the guys
provoking.
complaining about especially the guys complaining about the calls that you have been missing all game. Or I mean, it's only 2 1/3 at that point, but
But still, it
so-
was multiple calls that he
Right, yeah.
missed.
so
Wait a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was gonna have a nice segment where I read Facebook comments about stuff, but everything just gets weirder as I go on. They're like, so I was looking at I don't know what was even the pic. Oh, it was of Rafael Devers getting that walk-off hit today, and this guy someone shows he's smoking hot, and someone comments, I know, right? And it's Brian Bello.
No way.
Yeah, he's got 4 friends.
oh yeah, that's really him.
Yeah, they're all his friends.
Yeah, dude. Yep, that's definitely someone who hang out with Brian Bayo.
Yeah,
Yep.
legit. Yeah,
That's
so-
the Bayo family.
But he's a pitcher. That's what it says.
Hey man,
It's him. He's
it
gonna
has
pitch.
his birthday on there, so
Yeah.
it's definitely real.
gotta be
like
him.
not his birthday though. It's his intro. Like
Hashtag.
his like.
Oh yeah.
I have like Brian Bello.
Yeah.
But first, the best part is how it's spelled. It's spelled Brayon Bello here, but it's spelled Brian. Like Brian here.
Yeah.
So like, it's two different people.
Oh yeah.
So sorry to interrupt. I know.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
No, you're good.
We learned so much about
like
Brian
he's on
because-
he's right after
Yeah,
the game.
so if
he's
you
gonna
guys
go
are-
on Facebook.
Make sure you look
Obviously,
up.
he has to talk.
It's really him.
That's
He
part
only
of
has
his
4
ego.
friends.
Only 4 friends on Facebook.
Yeah, so help out Brian Bayo on Facebook.
Tight circle,
guys.
man,
Yeah,
tight
there, yeah,
circle.
you gotta keep
Brian
it
Bello,
entourage.
dude. It's definitely
Yeah.
Brian Bello, dude. Like 100% sure.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
No,
you're
you're
good.
good.
No, I don't care.
You're
But yeah, yeah, like you said, when it rains, it pours with this team. But
Yeah.
I think I was telling you earlier with the I'm looking forward to Marcelo Mayer. I keep on saying Mayer, like
Yeah,
it's John or
me
something.
too. I mean, we got to see what he is.
Yeah.
You know, because
My optimism, like my hope, big picture thing, is that I hope that he plays so well at third that when Bregman comes back, then you're like, oh, we got to keep him in the lineup, and then you put him at short, and then you're like, let's trade Trevor Story because he's just not a Major League Baseball player anymore.
we just have to hope if Bregman's out as long as he is, which from 2021, that's past the All-Star break.
Yeah.
So that's probably gonna be past the deadline. If that happens, we're stuck with him at least for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
But I think you're right, though. I mean, I want him to play so well that they're forced to keep him in there. We need something. We need to score more runs.
Yeah.
They're just the offense is so stagnant, and it's like, I know they had a big game the other night, scoring 19 runs. They've had a few of these big games this year, but it's like we were talking about when we were eating. They scored 26 runs in 2 games, and it's like that was like what they scored in a whole month. So it's like, yeah, they have these big games, but every other game besides the big games are pretty much like
1 run, 2 run.
Yeah. And every close game, it seems like they can't win them. So so once you get to that point where it's within a run or two, you're like, well, what are the odds we're gonna score another one?
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. They're just there's no like consistency at all. Like you get one guy will hit 2 home runs in a night and go 3 for 5, and then it's like doesn't get a hit for like 4 days.
Yeah, it's like the Willie Abreu thing.
Yeah, it's like, he was batting like 290, now he's back down to 250. It's like he fluctuates between, like he'll get so hot and then just go into a lull.
Yeah.
It's just like, where are those guys that are consistently getting on base? Like, it just doesn't seem like we have many of those. I mean, we strike out so much.
Oh, dude. Way too much. What did they strike out? Was it like 13 times a couple days ago?
I think it was like
14?
16 or
16
something
times
like that.
against
It was like
McGill or whatever.
yeah, season high.
Yeah.
It was like,
That guy's not like, he's not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, like you said, it's just super inconsistent. And now you're seeing, like, some players slump really bad. I remember when we were on last time, I was like, oh, I mean, if you were to ask the, fan, like, if someone were to ask you how the Sox are, and you're like, oh, Christian Campbell's likely going to be Rookie of the Year. Well, he's really down. He's down to the 220s.
Right.
Although he's currently in the game. He's got the only 2 hits that they got. But still, he's in the 220s when he was at, I think at the time when we said that last week, it was like 280, 290,
yeah, he was like up over near 300.
That
Like,
was a significant drop.
yeah.
And, now who knows what they're going to do with Christian Campbell. But now he's getting reps at first base.
Right.
And,
Right, which, I mean, now it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Because even if he plays first base, we need a second baseman because Meyer's going to be playing third now with Bregman out. So it's like, now it realistically doesn't matter.
No, it really doesn't. It's like literally like when you, because I was looking forward to Campbell being at first base. I think we talked about it when I was.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good solution. Obviously Denver doesn't want to, nor should he. Best DH in baseball. That's not Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
But they got. I don't know, man. We've talked about like their depth. I feel like they have like no depth right now.
Right.
Because you got Nick Sogard playing first base, who defensively you are a better defensive team with Nick Sogard at first base as opposed to Rafael Devers. So I'm not mad about that,
But you're right. I mean, there's no, like, you were looking like a few weeks ago, like a month ago, we're looking at, Tristan Casas playing first and Bregman at third. We had Romy Gonzalez on the bench behind him, who was one of the best pinch hitters and, guys coming off the bench in the league. And then, you had David Hamilton, who's having a bad year, but that's speed there, and it's like David Hamilton now is like your backup infielder.
Yeah.
Like he's not just a guy who's going to be coming in to try to get you bags or something late. Like he's going to have to play now. Like realistically have to play, and then you get first base is down, and then Romy, the backup first baseman, goes down.
Yeah, got hurt like 2 days after Casas.
Yeah, and now you're like panicking to have somebody play first base. While they're panicking to find somebody to play first base, Bregman goes down. So it's like now your solution of potentially moving Christian Campbell from second to first, bringing up Mayer to play second, and having a pretty good defensive infield. You lost probably your best defender on the infield. Marcelo Mayer is now coming up to play third base when he's a shortstop. So it's like he's been taking reps at second base, and now he's playing third.
Yeah.
So it's like they can't win.
No, they really can't.
And still no room for Roman Anthony.
No, yeah, still somehow no, and
The best prospect in baseball, and potentially from what I was hearing is like they look at him the way that he hits the baseball, as hard as he hits it and consistently as he hits it that hard. They're saying that he could potentially be like one of the best prospects the league has ever seen.
yeah, and the way he's hitting in
AAA right now, he's batting like 320.
Yeah, and like the advanced statistics, like the barrel rate is insane. Insane for a 21-year-old. He just turned 21.
Just turned 21.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
Like, I know that they run the risk of, if they were to call up Roman Anthony, then you have in your starting 9 on a day-to-day basis, 4 of them are going to be rookies in their first full season, and Narvaez, Anthony, Mayer, and Campbell.
Right.
But Narvaez could be rookie of the year right now. I know I said it last week about Christian Campbell, but we'll get into that later. Campbell's decent. We don't know about Mayer yet, but Anthony, he really, like you said, it could be one of the best players in baseball.
Right.
Like right off the rip. So I don't know. Like, I think that wouldn't be a bad idea to do it. Yeah, I feel like it's a good mixture of veterans and rookies, and then you go that youth movement that they've been talking about for years.
And realistically, they could, to get Roman Anthony into the lineup, all they have to do is move Rafaela to being like a utility player, like we've talked about.
Yeah.
You move him. Duran moves over. You put Anthony in left field. Yeah, you have a lot of rookies and stuff, but you get that strikeout rate from Rafaela out of the lineup consistently. Now you're bringing in a guy who, when I checked Roman Anthony's stats the other day, he had, I think it was 38 strikeouts on the year, and he had walked 37 times. Yeah. So you're going to get a guy coming in who's replacing a guy who strikes out in 3 pitches consistently, and you're going to get a guy who's going to come in and work a count. So now you get 2 7 or 8 pitch counts with him in the lineup. That's an extra 16 pitches this guy's got to throw compared to the 6 he's getting away with by getting to Rafaela.
Yeah.
It's that's another big thing too, is like it seems like we can't really hit starting pitching too well. I know Casas had a problem with it.
Yeah.
But it just seems like the whole team has a problem with it.
Yeah, once they get to later, they're like a first half baseball team. It's the first 5 innings, they're decent. They're not bad. But then 5 through 9, it's like if they're losing by 1 run going into the 6th inning, the game more times than not is over.
Yeah, once the like good arms start coming into the game, it's over for them. Yeah, that's true.
Especially people that throw over 95 miles an hour.
Yeah,
especially
which is crazy. Which is crazy for like a modern baseball team. Like everybody throws more than 95 now.
Yeah.
It's like that's our kryptonite.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like talking about them, it's hard not to repeat a lot of things because they're so 50-50. That I mean, and
no, it's the same things every week.
Yeah, it's always they hit the ball. They had 26 runs in 2 games, and last we checked they were down 1-0 going in the 8th inning, or in the 8th inning going to the bottom of the 8th inning, and you're just like and they did the same thing against St. Louis when they destroyed St. Louis for that weekend, and then they scored 3 runs in 4 games to Toronto or something like that. Or no, 4 runs or something like that in the 4-game series, and they lost 3 out of 4. So there's like they need, like you said, they need something to spark plug them to do something, and I'm hoping that it's Marcelo Mayer, and I think it would be much better had Roman Anthony also been called up too. Like you have to find a spot for him because I think he is the spark plug. I think that this team, you don't know what this team is going to be until Roman Anthony is on the team. You know what I mean?
No, I mean 100. You're 100% right there. Like This guy's barrel rate is being compared to Judge and Otani.
Yeah.
Like, if we had a Judge or Otani in our lineup, that drastically changes it. I mean, you look at both those guys right now. One has, Judge hit his 18th today, and Shohei's got, 16 or 17 homers?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking a lineup that doesn't hit home runs. You could be adding a guy who, by the end of the year, could be hitting 40, 50 homers.
Yeah.
Like that.
Tristan Casas?
As we know, the usual 41-20 guy.
Yeah, exactly.
According to Tristan Casas.
But I mean, nobody,
On Tristan's.
almost nobody barrels up the ball like Anthony does.
Yeah.
So it's like you need that in this lineup right now. Like you need a guy who's going to, like, just hit the ball hard. I mean, how many times have we seen a guy on third base with one out and we don't score? Like,
Almost
just
every
drive a ball to the
yeah.
outfield. Like, you
Or
don't
they
need to
strike
get a hit.
out. I think the best thing about Roman Anthony too is that not only does when he does barrel the ball, he fucking smacks it
I know,
because
he hits it 110 miles an
yeah,
hour.
dude, I think it was last year, the number 1 and 2 hardest hit balls in the whole Red Sox system, minor leagues and everything, was Devers number 1 and Anthony number 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty good company to be a
Devers
part
is
of.
7 years old.
Yeah, exactly. And Devers is a guy that can do a check swing and hit the ball 300 feet. Like, I mean, like, he's just a powerful dude. So, I think he should be on this team along with Meyer right now. And like I said, we're not gonna know what they're capable of until Roman Anthony is on this team. In my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, back to what we talked about last time. Ownership's just too cheap to do that. They want to get as much time out of Roman Anthony as possible, and if they wait till next season, he'll basically be 22. That means they'll get him for like 7 years, which puts him 29 years old before they have to pay him or let him walk in free agency. So that's what they're trying to get. They're trying to get that 7 years out of him, and they're going to try to, if they bring him up now, realistically, your prime is like 26 to 32. So if they bring him up next year, he's under contract for, at least half of his prime, what would be considered his prime. And that's what they're trying to get. They're trying to get low contracts for long term. Yeah. And bringing up Roman Anthony right now to a 500 ball club will make us better. We'll score more runs. I don't know how much better defensively we'll be. Probably not, because Rafaela would be out on a day-to-day basis, and he's probably our best defender. But you would have a guy in there who can score runs and help us win ball games. I just don't think they care about this year. I think they pitched it to us like they did.
Yeah.
But realistically, they looked at having Bregman for 3 years, and they were like, well, at some point in these 3 years, we'll have a shot.
Yeah. Now the rumor I heard recently is that
he's going to leave.
He's going to leave. He's likely to not die. But who knows now with the injury? He might have to.
Right. He might have to stay because of it.
But I mean, I had a prediction that I think that if he were to opt out, I think he's going to sign a long-term contract with the Yankees next season.
Yeah. Yankees or Dodgers.
Yeah. And I wouldn't blame him. If you need him.
Well, speaking of the Dodgers, I'm glad you said that. Now I was just looking at them because you talking about Shohei. I was looking at what he had for home runs and stuff, and then I ended up on their page, like on Baseball Reference, and I see that they have a farm director with the name of William Rhymes.
Really?
Yeah,
no, they don't.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
And it's got a little thing, and I said, "Oh, William Rhymes. Who's that?" It's Will Rhymes.
It's Will Rhymes.
It's Will Rhymes. He's the
Holy
farm
shit.
director of LA. Yeah.
No wonder why they're so good.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Will Rhymes' face.
Wow.
He doesn't have the same face that I remember.
Yeah, that looks pretty distinct.
No, that doesn't look like him. That's not what I remember him.
We're gonna have to play MLB 2K11 and get the picture for you.
Yeah, it doesn't look like him at all.
No.
I didn't know he was still in baseball.
Yeah, he's apparently making the Dodgers the best team in baseball. So I mean, good for him. He's directing
Well,
that farm pretty well.
Actually, their farm system's clearly trash because they get every player, they buy every player. So
Yeah.
clearly they have no. So like, we'll put Will Rhymes there. That's what they said.
He was a really good baseball player.
Yeah, man.
Career 260 hitter, man.
Nah, that's a round of applause for Will Rhymes right there.
Yeah.
How many homers?
2.
Nice.
2.
Big numbers. Big numbers.
Damn,
He's
dude's
William
killing it.
Rhymes, dude.
Big.
William Rhymes. He's a
I know,
William now. He's no longer just Will.
Oh, you go to his page, it's Will. So
Oh well, that's cool.
yeah, 266, 2 home runs, 106 hits. I mean, he really wasn't terrible.
No, I mean,
But after 3 seasons, they said,
yeah, we can do without you, bud.
"We don't need you."
Go be a farm director in LA.
All right.
Yeah, that's LA. That's our LA
There we
Dodgers
go.
talk. For
That's
the
our
day.
our Will Rhymes talk.
Will Rhymes has been announced.
You didn't think you'd hear about Will Rhymes today.
But
You're wrong.
ha ha ha, we got you.
So what do you want to get into next? You want
Um,
to talk starting rotation?
Yeah, actually, I did want to talk the star rotation because I don't think they're that good.
They aren't that good.
No, and I also think that they're managed badly.
I think
It's I don't know what other word to say.
I think Cora doesn't know how to run the bullpen.
Yeah, I when you look at what they've been doing for the last ever since we've been
Bring
since
back
our
John Farrell.
yep.
Oh boy.
That guy was a genius.
Pitching.
Yeah,
Rotation.
he's actually he was a
Great
pretty good
coach.
pitching coach. Yeah, he won a World Series. 2013 was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was all.
Definitely
It was all John Farrell, 100%.
Definitely all him.
But yeah, no, they're starting rotation. I think over the last few weeks, they rarely ever get 5 innings pitched.
Yep.
Brian Bayo has not pitched 5 innings in 5 straight starts.
Yeah, I think his first start was the only one.
Yeah.
He's commenting on Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Brian Bayo's too. He just made a new Facebook, so follow Brian Bayo. He
Got
loves
4
Rafael Devers
friends.
on there.
They look like
For real.
they look really intelligent people.
Yeah, 100%.
I know that sounds mean, but like if you saw the picture, you'd understand.
Yeah, people are gonna go on that and be like, "Oh, I get it." I know exactly what that guy meant when he said that. But yeah, no, Bayo not looking too good. Hauk is on the IL because he's not good. He's like historically bad.
Giolito is an every other starter.
Yep, and he proved it again today.
Yep.
Went 7 strong, no runs. I think 7 strikeouts against Baltimore. Probably didn't pick up they're not gonna get a win, that's for sure.
We're definitely gonna lose.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna lose 1-0.
2-0 actually.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
Good. Yeah,
Oh well, it's 9th inning. We got big bats coming up. We got Toro,
Nice.
Campbell, and Abreu. So
Nice.
Oh, there we go. Back to back home runs in the game.
Sounds like tastes
And the game.
That's what's gonna happen. Back to back, baby.
If that happens, I'll give you $1.
I'll take it.
But yeah, Giolito's and every other
Cold hard
starter.
cash.
Giolito's and every other starter.
Yep.
Richard Fitz is still on the IL.
Yep. I think he just had a rehab though, did he not?
I don't know, man.
They don't.
He's not back yet.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Ryan O'Hearn's batting .315.
Bueller's back, but got ejected in his last start.
Yep. And Hunter Dobbins, I like Hunter Dobbins.
Yeah, he's
he's a good
John
number
Solid.
5.
Yeah.
John Dobbins is good.
Yeah, John Dobish. He's definitely
He's your
just
number
like he's just a solid number 5. Like he's gonna come in some games he's gonna be pretty good, and other games he's gonna give up 4 or 5 runs, and you're like, man, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Right. And they're gonna lose by 1 still.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the pitching rotation hasn't been good. Crochet's been good, but he can't go 6 innings. Like that's I don't know what it is. Like 85 is like a hard count for him.
Dude,
Like the second he hits 85 pitches, like I feel like if it was like a 2-1 count and he hits 85 pitches, like Cora's coming out of the dugout. Like, no way, bud.
Yeah, you're not finishing this at back.
Yeah, like you gotta go.
We don't know what's gonna happen if you keep on pitching.
Like it's kind of crazy. Like he's our ace, and he's by far our best pitcher.
Easily.
Like you need this guy throwing 100 pitches when he's out there. Like this guy needs to go as far as he can. Our bullpen is not good enough to come in the 5th inning and win us a game.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a 2-1 game or a 1-0 game. Like we don't score enough runs to have the bullpen come in to pitch 4 or 5 innings to win us a game.
And
we can't consistently win that way.
They've been working so much lately. I feel like I think I was telling you. I feel like every game the bullpen has pitched at least 5 to 6 innings, and it's like you can't do that every game. I feel like every game it is Justin Slayton in the 7th, and every single time Brandon Bernardino I think he pitched 3 games in a row. I think there was one game he walked 5.
Yep. Whitlock comes in. He's got to pitch 2 innings.
He's got to pitch 2 innings. Liam Hendricks comes in, says he doesn't have a big enough role, comes in, loses the game.
He's got a good role for us.
Great
great
that's
role.
Good.
Go in and lose for us.
And the worst part is that's Crochet's start.
Yeah.
So Crochet he threw 85 pitches, just struck Juan Soto out. He had struck Juan Soto out 3 times in the ball game on 10 pitches. This is one of the best hitters in baseball. He struck him out 3 times on 10 total pitches. The second he strikes him out in his 3rd at bat, it's like, all right, you're at 85 pitches, time to come out of the game. Liam Hendricks doesn't even get out of the inning without giving up 3 runs, and that cost us the whole game.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we pulling our ace at 85 pitches and bringing in a guy who has a 6 ERA to relieve him it's like you're asking to lose. Like,
Yeah, and not only that, but like you're also like you're telling your pitching staff, I don't trust any of you.
Yeah.
So don't get used to going out there and being, the starter that we need you to
I feel
be.
like it's because he had his surgery and stuff. That's why they're
Well,
trying to do it.
That's fair, but I mean, if you're gonna, I don't mean to like bring up like this. If you're gonna say this guy's your ace, you just extend him to a long extension, and you already had no issue pitching him 7 innings early in the season. It seemed like every start like 6 or 7 innings.
right.
Maybe just,
trying to save him for the playoffs that we're not going to make.
yeah, exactly. You gotta win games in order to have that much confidence,
Right.
I know.
But even not even if you want to take Crochet out of the equation, then like why is it that I mean, well, I kind of understand with Bayo because he has 85 pitches by 4 1/3.
4 1/3. Yeah,
He
you
just
might as well
can't-
get him out.
Can't get people out of the game, but like, I think he took out Dobbins. Was it today?
Mhm.
Yeah, so Dobbins today, he took him out after 4 because it was about to be the third time around, and like immediately he was like, nope. As soon as the new guy came, and luckily the bullpen pitched really well. They have the last few games, I'll give them that, but they are overworked because Dobbins can't go more than 4 because God forbid he faces the lineup 3 times.
Yep.
Brian Bayo doesn't have the confidence clearly to be a starter right
Yeah,
now.
there's just too many guys getting on base.
Exactly, yeah.
Innings are taking too long for him.
Yeah, he doesn't have that put away pitch.
Wait.
Yeah.
Toro hit a home run.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
Here we go. It's starting.
Oh, get that dollar ready, baby.
I got it.
Here we go.
It's all coming together.
I was like,
part of the plan,
wait,
boys.
32-1 and Christian Campbell's up. I was like, no way. Cold hard
Yeah.
cash. Mr. Dort.
Oh, dude. Wow. But yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Tanner Houck.
Terrible. I was just
Awful.
about to say the same thing. Like Tanner Houck, absolute garbage
Wait,
this year.
you want to laugh? You guys want to laugh? So I was listening to our episode. Like I like to listen to it at least once a week, like once before we go to the next one. And I don't know if it was you who said something about how. Well, yeah, like that was like a fluke thing, like giving up 11 runs, and it's like it happened again to him. It's like, and it's like what?
He's like the only. I read the thing. He's like the only pitcher in MLB history to have 2 starts of like 2 1/3 innings and giving up 11 runs.
Yeah.
Like he's the only pitcher in MLB
It's
history.
such a specifically bad stat.
Like,
like
both happened in the same year.
yeah.
Like within a month of each other. Like that's
There was something else we said that happened, and the opposite has happened.
everything.
I
we
was
say
gonna
the
say everything
opposite
that we
has
said is
happened.
been the
I forgot
opposite.
what it was.
We came into the year so optimistic that
We're
this
gonna
was
win
going to be
93 games,
Yeah,
bro.
this is gonna be a good team. We got
I
these
said
guys,
this is
and
the
Tristan
best
Casas
team in the
is
AL.
41-20. Tristan Casas is dead,
It sucks.
Oh my god.
jogging to first.
Yeah. On a total happenstance, like accidentally
Going
swing.
to first base kills our team, dude.
It
It's-
really
dude,
does.
That first base bag at Fenway Park.
They
not
made it
good.
huge down. That's why. You've
Yeah.
seen the thing? They're fucking huge.
They are just
They are massive, dude.
They're breaking knees, pulling hammies.
Why don't you make them softer?
It's like stepping on a rock.
Yeah, right. I'm out for the season, guys. Stepped on first base. Sorry. Oh shit. But yeah.
Yeah. Houck's just been miserable this year.
Yeah, and now he's on the IL for sucking. That's
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna
that's
say
really
that,
why.
but yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally just like, dude, you are
Something's
historically not good.
something's wrong, and we're not sure what it is. So let's take some time to figure it
Why
out.
don't you go relax? His most memorable thing this year for Houck has been when Cora smacked off the bullpen phone after Buehler got ejected. He held up the bullpen phone. That was funny, but that's what he's gonna be known for this year, probably. That and giving up 11 runs in 2 different starts.
Yep.
I'm keeping my dollar. Christian Campbell's out.
Oh god damn it!
Ah,
I was confident.
will your time.
There we go. He's gonna hit a game tying home run, baby. But
But yeah, the pitching staff has been, outside of Crochet, been pretty miserable. Buehler, we'll see after another start how he's looking because this wasn't really a big sample size this last one.
no.
But I don't know, man. It's just such a down feeling with the team, and it's not even so much of like from us, like as a fan perspective, like something just feels off with the team. Like in those years where teams are playing well, like you can see it. You can see it in the team. Like
Yeah. Like they're having fun on the bench and
like this Red Sox team just looks like I don't know. It's just
uninspired and
yeah,
not serious baseball.
yeah. It's just like we're doing our thing type of. There's no like nobody's holding each other accountable. It seems like there's no like trying to help each other out. Like I don't know. I feel like I feel like there's just like you would see stuff like a guy comes up to the plate, strikes out to a hitter, goes back to the dugout, and it might help somebody to be like, I struck out, but this is what I'm seeing, and if you see this, expect this and stuff like that. It's like I feel like there's like even none of that. It's like they come back to they strike out, they come back to the dugout, and it's just like walk up to the next guy, just chum, just like walk up to the railing and just go talk to their friend again.
It's like a job. Like,
exactly.
You're watching people work as opposed to playing a game.
Right. Instead of like coming back to the dugout and being like, damn, I missed that ball, but like maybe going up to the next guy and being like, expect low and inside, or this is gonna break a certain way. If you see this, expect the break. Like, it doesn't even seem like they're trying to help each other out. It's just
that's why you get like 14 strikeouts a game.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
exactly.
Like no one's like telling them like, hey man, that the guy's throwing the changeup at low in the zone. Don't swing at it; it's gonna drop.
It looks like a fastball.
Yeah, but
it's gonna drop on you. If you see it coming really low, just expect it to be a change. Like none of that. It's just like I struck out, and it's like, all right, back to the dugout. Yeah, exactly.
I'm Trevor's Story, and I did. Can't believe it.
Trevor's Story, and I did.
Oh, why?
Matt looks like he wants to tell us something.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, no,
Update.
Live.
Will your Braves out?
he walked.
Oh,
shit.
Marcelo Mayer time.
He's about to strike out on a third.
Walk off.
Nice.
Baby.
Have
The golden sombrero.
No, he already has 3.
Oh.
He's already-
Golden sombrero's 4. I thought.
It's 4. I thought it was
yeah.
just
I
3.
think the sombrero's 4.
Let's see.
Well, he's gonna do good.
Yep, he's gonna crank that first career home run right now. Walk off.
That'd be pretty cool.
I would like that a lot.
That'd be awesome.
Did he strike out?
It doesn't say. He's definitely out.
Well,
One of the things that I do want to talk about, though, especially like when it comes to the bullpen, is we were just talking about Liam Hendricks and that whole situation. No matter how bad Liam Hendricks is pitching, he does not deserve to have death
no,
threats.
absolutely not.
Wait,
Like,
what?
Liam Hendricks got death threats after he gave up the 3 runs in the Crochet appearance
Yeah.
because he talked about how he wasn't getting enough playing time, and then they let him come into the game after Crochet. He gave up 3 runs. We lost the game, and then he got death threats afterwards.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, Matt's like, oh,
don't
kind
say shit if you don't want to do good. I don't know. Like that's like why I don't talk shit when I play stuff, because I know as soon
You
as
just
I say
expect
something,
it.
Yeah, right.
they're gonna smoke it and put it in my
They're gonna
face.
threaten to kill me.
So you gotta wait until you beat them, then you talk shit.
Exactly.
Now they can't take it back because I already won.
So true, though.
Right.
It is true.
But
what
I mean-
happens to me, I like it doesn't even rattle me. I just can't do anything about it anyway. I'm like, well, I'm still gonna do bad.
but even then, I mean, most likely they're not death threats.
Yo, yeah, they're probably just like, you should. It's probably just really fucked up stuff that people say on the internet,
Yeah.
which at the end of the day amounts to not much.
I mean, talking shit on the internet's like the coolest thing you can do, dude.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it makes my life go better. All right. Breaking news, guys. The Red Sox are 500.
Yes.
Oh.
It's okay though. Even though we lost, Gunnar Henderson's still due up. It's
Oh,
Let's just play a 10. Let's just play the 10 thing.
Oh, perfect.
just a style on their ass. Can't beat us in 10, I bet.
Oh, another 5.
All right, we're back to where we
back.
love to be.
We're so back at 500.
Yeah, that's about right, though.
Yep.
And what was the final score of that game?
2-1. We had to hit the we had to hit the home run to make sure we
Close.
lost the 1 run.
By 1 run, yeah.
2-run games don't look good.
No.
1-run games.
They look great.
Yep.
Although in reality, that 1-run game is not one for the record book because it's like you were down 2-0 in the bottom of the ninth. It's like you tried actually, believe it or not.
Your
That was
best-
actually
your
pretty
best
shockingly
ever with
enough.
Abraham
Pretty
Tone.
positive. Yeah, dude. He pinch hit home
Dude,
run.
you're cranking dingers.
What are you gonna do?
So wild.
Yeah, dude. Was that 15 losses by 1 run now? 14?
I think it might be.
No,
more.
you can't win them all.
I think it's more.
Can't win any of them actually.
I think it's like
Well,
17.
yeah, that's part of it.
I think we've had over 20 1-run games this year.
Yeah.
We won one earlier.
I think we've won 3 of them.
We won one today,
We did win
6-5.
Okay, so we've won 4 of them. Four 1-run wins in like 21 or 22 chances probably. that's,
in doubt.
that's pretty good.
Lose by 1.
Yep.
But a positive side, Carlos Narvaez
Hey,
stole him from the Yankees.
Yep, that's my rookie of the year.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that he's gonna be
Been pretty good so
210
far.
next week.
I don't know what it is, but like Red Sox over the last handful of years have been able to find these catchers that like they're not great, but like they're solid where they'll hit like 280,
Yeah,
hit you like 10 home
like
runs.
the Doug Mirabelli effect,
Yeah,
It all
and then
started with Jared Saltalamacchia. I think
yeah,
that's
yeah, and then it's like Christian Vasquez did it, and now it's like Connor.
20 home runs one year.
Yeah, and it's like and batted like 300.
Yeah.
Salty.
And then last year, like Connor Wong was like a 300 hitter.
Yep.
This year he sucks.
Yep.
And Narvaez is
now-
at 290 now.
290, yeah, dude, he's killing it.
It's weird how like they, it's not a superstar player, but like he's solid.
Yeah,
Like,
right,
he's
like-
a solid guy.
It's a good at bat.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Jaron Duran has the same build and like person? Like if you were to take one person and then just turn him into another, it's Jared Saltalamacchia. I feel like they have the same energy. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like they have the same energy. They do. They're just, dude. He hit 25 home runs for us one year.
Holy
Salty?
Yeah,
What'd he bat?
220.
Yeah.
The next year though, batted
Won the
273,
World Series, man.
and we said, "Get out of here, get out of here."
Go to Miami. We don't
I
want
mean,
Salty.
it all started with him.
you. Hey, man.
Once we had like the most consistent catcher ever for us. I mean, not that Jason Veritek's a Hall of Famer by any means, but he was good to have out there every day. And then we were like,
He was
we
a
have-
great like game caller.
Yeah.
Caught 4 no-hitters.
crazy, and 5 technically, because one was like a 5-inning game that could call like after 5 innings. So
We count
And
that.
and technically Pedro Martinez threw 9 hitless innings and we lost to the Yankees in 10.
That's true.
I caught that
how
game
about
as
the
well.
time he hit a batter at first at bat and then proceeded to like get no hits for the next 8 innings? And it's like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, well,
They gave him a
sometimes they
hit
need
in
to
the
know.
ninth. Something like that, yeah.
Pedro wasn't taking no shit. We all know that.
That's true.
He's my favorite though. He would just, I
That's
mean,
Don
of
Zimmer.
all people,
Grab that guy.
of all, like he just, even though he'd go get like someone go out there and just like throw him to the ground, like he'd just stand there. He wouldn't hide. He'd just be
Yeah,
like, all
no.
right, come beat me up. I just hit you with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? I'll do it again next
Yeah,
at bat.
right, like, I don't care. I don't care, Gerald Williams.
I
You're
don't
fine.
care.
But yeah, dude, Narvaez, great player right now.
Yeah, he's been good this year. A second season last year he was with the Yankees.
Technically,
Play
it is
much.
his rookie year though. But
Yeah, didn't play much,
I think he had like 12
Um,
games or something like that.
but yeah, I mean, kind of just stole him because we needed a catcher,
Yeah.
and he's been pretty solid.
Yeah, and he calls a good game. He doesn't call a bad
Yeah,
game
he's,
for what
he's
you know.
good defensively.
Yeah,
that's for
yeah.
sure.
It's hard to say calls a good game because their pitching staff doesn't really do much.
Yeah,
I think
especially
that-
when you're only going 4 1/3.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to, but I mean, I don't know. We can just attribute that to the pitchers being kind of, mentally not starters right now. I don't know.
Yeah,
like I said,
I don't know
I
what
think
it is.
if I feel like a
We
good.
can't figure it out.
No, we can't figure it out. Maybe a good thing would be like just being like, hey, you know what? Sure, they're gonna face the lineup 3 times.
Maybe.
Just let it happen. Maybe let them build up, some confidence on the mound as opposed to being like, oh,
Nah.
oh, the leadoff hitter's come up a 3rd time, Alex.
Yeah, but what you don't see is all these analytics.
Oh yeah, it says it's like the Celtics do with like that. Just keep shooting threes. We need to attack. No, just keep shooting threes. Analytics say so. All right,
Yeah.
let's just lose to the Knicks then.
But we've missed 12 in a
Zesty
row.
ass Karl
but
Anthony Towns.
we might make a few.
Yeah, we might.
We
It's
might.
all about it's all about the rate of how
Statistically,
you shoot.
we've missed 12 in a row, yes. But that means we're getting closer to making one. You don't miss this many in a row without making one. It's coming soon, boys.
How do you expect to maintain this 20-point lead?
You guys want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
So I know I was still on Saltalamakia's page here. And I was like, oh, that year he hit 25. He led the team. He led the team in home runs that year.
Yeesh.
Whoa.
Yeah,
year
it
was
was
that?
It was the Bobby V Red Sox.
Oh no.
Or Bobby Valentine, not a bad manager at all. He just said, "Here's the most dysfunctional team of all time. Go out there and lose for us." And he put on his mustache, came back out.
I think what really
I know
happened
that
was
wasn't
they were
ours,
like,
but-
we're so, like, everyone right now is remembering us for this chicken and beer incident that just happened, and, like, we look really bad.
Yeah.
So go out there and really put a stink up.
Yeah. Right.
So, like, when afterwards we'll be like, whoa, see, oh,
it
wow.
wasn't the chicken, the beer. It was actually Bobby Valentine the whole time.
Yeah, like, even when he wasn't here, he was here.
Yeah, I mean, they could just feel him coming in. My favorite player, Jared Saltamacchia, powerhouse.
We had Cody Ross, dude.
Cody Ross.
Oh yeah.
He was cool, right?
Yeah. Well, Dustin Pedroia was our best player, which is not surprising.
Well, that's
Not surprising.
How'd Daniel Nava do? He was a legend.
Daniel Nava, dude.
6 homers.
That's exactly what he had.
Yeah, shocking.
Oh, wow.
That sounds about right.
That's exactly what he did. I saw his. Didn't he hit a grand slam in his first at bat?
First
Yeah.
pitch he saw against Joe Blanton, I think it was.
I remember watching that. That's another game I watched live.
He also hit the home run on Patriots Day
Yep.
for us to win in 2013.
Yep.
My brother didn't believe me that I saw the pizza incident happen, and he was like, "How would you have been watching that happen during the day?" And I was like, "I don't know." And it was April vacation. I was like, "That's why I was watching the Red Sox game." I was like,
Here comes pizza.
He's
I still gotta make that song, man.
"Pizza." Oh, the 2011.
So, one more thing I want to talk about before we get into some shenanigans and talk about whatever we feel like.
Yeah.
Let's get into these trade rumors.
Oh yeah.
Paul Skeens.
Yeah, man.
You know, they're saying that
So gonna happen.
the Pirates are not going to re-sign him. Everybody's pretty confident on that. I think the whole world's pretty confident on that.
Yeah. Wait, Pittsburgh's not gonna pay for a player.
But no, shocking, right?
Oh my god.
But they figure this is probably the best time to get rid of him. That at least the analysts think so, because realistically, like we think, Tommy John's coming at some point.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
was just surprised it didn't happen yet, honestly.
he's got, I think, 4 years left after this year.
Mhm.
So if let's say Tommy John comes in 2 years, that's pretty much the rest of his contract for them.
Yeah.
So his trade value at that point's not as great as it is now, where he's healthy and the best pitcher in baseball. So they put up some, different trade scenarios and stuff, and I'm looking on Bleacher Report, and I see that it would cost us, they have us as like the favorite to land him, because shocking, we have the best farm system.
Yeah.
We can give up the most to get him. They had us giving up Roman Anthony, Franklin Arias, who's this shortstop prospect who's just rising through the system, and Luis Perales, who's like our number one pitching prospect. And in return, we get Paul Skeens. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's not that bad of a trade. Yeah, we have to give up Roman Anthony, but
You get Paul Skeens.
right, you're getting the best pitcher
Yeah.
in baseball, and now you have the best right-handed pitcher and one of the best left-handed pitchers at the front end of your rotation, and should solidify you 2 wins
Yeah.
every 5 starts.
That's crazy. Imagine a 1-2 Crochet and Skeens, or Skeens and Crochet.
Right, it would be disgusting. And
What is with that guy doing?
and now I'm looking at like what
Yeah.
Felger and Maz are saying, and they're talking about to get him could cost us Roman Anthony, Marcelo Mayer, Christian Campbell, Luis Perales,
Throw Jared in there too.
and Tristan Casas.
That's crazy.
So they're talking 5 players.
I have something to put in. I know it's kind of off topic, but Garrett Crochet leads the MLB in innings pitched.
Oh.
So that's why they're
Oh, that's why they're doing that.
He has as many games in his innings pitched as Paul Skeens, who also has 68.1 innings pitched.
Oh, so that's why they've been doing that. Just all right.
so
But-
they're limiting them.
Yeah, limited. But I don't.
I didn't realize he had led the league in
But-
that. I didn't. I wasn't even when I was going
Where-
to check. I was just.
So we're what? We're almost at the end of May.
Yeah.
So realistically, we're a third through the season.
Yeah. His career high in innings pitched
So-
is like 160, right?
So we're gonna. So at this rate, let's say they, I guess let him get a few starts where he goes kind of deep, and then they kind of limit him in a few games. Like we're realistically looking at 180 innings pitched.
Mm.
It's really not that.
No,
I think
it's
he
like,
just
that's,
used the AL actually, but
that's pretty consistent with every pitcher nowadays, every starter.
But that's not what
It's-
baseball
yeah,
is.
yeah, I know exactly. That's
Like-
not what aces do.
Right,
I don't
like-
think. Especially when you have no other real
I
options.
saw. I sent a video to you guys earlier. It was like the 2001
Oh, it was
All Star
like,
game or something like that. The
They're all like
2003 All Star
320
game.
with like 60 RBIs.
Dude, Randy Johnson was pitching in the All Star game. He already had 202 strikeouts for the year.
Jesus.
It was the All Star break. He
Oh my
had 202 strikeouts on the
Ugh.
year.
Oh,
Like that's wild.
he was also like disgusting.
Yeah,
he
he
was,
was
but
so
like
good.
you're not getting 202 strikeouts if you're only
No.
pitching 100 innings before the All Star break.
right, that's true. Yeah.
Like you're not.
Yeah.
It's- that's not happening.
that's that's like we were talking about with the analytics stuff earlier with the
They rely way too
yeah,
much.
it's
on
just
it,
too
man.
much, man. Like there just comes a point where you gotta let there's a human element to it. It's not just about Well, it's like Andrew Bailey's pitching method of, well, statistically speaking, the fastball is the pitch that hits the most for a home run. So if you go off speed more often, you're going to get more outs. And that worked for like a month.
Half a year.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, ever since then, they've been like plateauing as a rotation, like a 4.6 ERA, and that's not good. Maybe if you threw more fastballs, like Greg Weissert did earlier today, where he threw 14 pitches and 13 of them were fastballs, you're probably gonna get a lot of people out because a lot of baseball hitters aren't very good at hitting fastballs anymore.
Yeah, which is crazy because it used to be everybody could hit the fastball, no one
Yeah.
could hit the curve and the off speed, and now it's everyone can hit the off speed because they've been hitting it since they were 10 years old.
They saw trouble with the curve. They saw Bo Gentry. They said,
Yeah.
can't have trouble with that.
And
Justin Timberlake?
it's not just that; when you're 10 years old, and when we grew up playing little league and stuff like that, you just went out there and threw.
Yeah.
Now you look at a little league game and there's 10-year-olds like already throwing curveballs and sliders, and they have a changeup and a fastball, and it's like you have a 4-pitch arsenal at 11 years old.
Yeah.
Like
Crazy.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at 11, you should be going out there just ripping it. Just go out there and throw.
Yeah.
Like
Pitch or
now,
no throw? Pitch.
like yeah, like
just throw the
just
yeah,
just
throw it
pitch.
to home plate.
Yeah, just get it to home plate. Just throw a strike. Nope. Nowadays it's like and you wonder why at 18 years old you have your first Tommy John, and then at 22 you're having your second one. It's like, yeah, well maybe if you didn't throw 900 curveballs in your before the age of 14,
Yeah, your arm will probably be fine.
yeah, like you know what I mean. But like you're constantly putting so much torque on your elbow and your shoulder and all that stuff that like these guys are just coming into the league and getting surgeries so early now.
Yeah.
It's like.
I mean, Crochet's already had one.
Nolan Ryan never had Tommy
yeah.
John.
He
Dude threw
was
5,000
yeah.
innings. Like,
Yeah, he still threw like 80 at like 80 miles an hour at like 70-something years old.
yeah,
Like,
the dude's wild. Like,
Yeah,
All right.
but you
great last name by the way.
you look at the type of guys like that, the Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens, both kind of built the same way. Huge lower bodies,
Yep.
and they use their legs to pitch.
Fat asses.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What?
That's the thing. You use
Hey,
your
what?
you use your lower body to generate your torque and to get your power.
Yeah.
Where nowadays, look at a guy
Just
like
throw it.
Garrett Crochet, you're just whipping the arm.
Yeah.
Chris Sale whipping the arm. No wonder why he broke a rib. Like he's whipping his arm around so hard. Like
He's too hard.
yeah, like. But it's like you look at that. Like he's not using his body to throw. He's trying to whip his arm
Yeah,
as
he's
fast
holding it.
as he can
Yeah.
to get that pitch to go that speed. Where like a guy like Roger Clemens could just generate the power by pushing.
Yeah. And then you look at like even people like Pedro Martinez. He was a tiny guy.
Yeah.
But he just his arse like the way he threw he was a pitcher.
Right, he was a pitcher.
Yeah. It's different. I have a
Tim
lot of players.
Lincecum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same way for those
Big
that
time
hand-
Timmy Jim?
Yeah, dude.
Those handful of years where he was the best pitcher in
He was
baseball.
Nasty, dude. He
Really
was
good.
disgusting.
Yeah, you look at his
He won 3 in a row,
stats.
right?
I think he was I think he was a 2-time Cy Young
Oh,
Award
yeah,
winner.
you're right. It's 2.
Yeah, but still, I mean, not many
He was
people done that.
disgusting.
Yeah.
He had a 4-year, well, about 3, but he had like a 3-year period. Or 2 years. He had 2-year period.
Where he was just dominant.
Yeah.
He was
Like
just-
absolute dominant.
It's crazy. Although he wasn't bad in 11. He ended on a high note though in 2016 with LA. Right?
Oh yeah, dude. I think they won the World Series.
Yep. Yeah, LA, the Angels.
Yeah, they won the World Series.
2016. Yep.
I know.
Hey, they had the Red Sox record, 80 and 82.
No, that was what they were expected to
Oh,
win. They
oh,
actually won 74 games.
Oh, even better.
Ah,
And what was Lincecum's ERA that year by chance?
Oh,
7.
his WAR was negative 1.6, so I can only imagine it was good.
Pretty good.
Not great.
Oh well, it's not. What did you say?
7.
9, dude.
Ooh,
It's
that
9.
was close. That was close.
That's Bog Tommy John.
Oh my God.
Sure.
Real quick though, speaking of Angels, this is very important, guys. How is Anthony Rendon doing?
Oh, dude, I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, legit
I'm
update.
Legit, actually gonna Google it.
Yeah, let's see how his rehab's coming along.
Anthony. Apparently I
That
can't.
wasn't
And then I'm in caps lock for some reason.
Oh, well, I mean, you have to yell his name.
Anthony Rendon.
Best
Update.
ball player.
Update.
How's he doing?
Definitely some news. I can tell you're scrolling.
He's on the mend.
Okay.
This
okay.
was June 10th, 2024.
Oh man. Oh man. He's been on the mend for a whole year.
It was about his. It was
His whole contract with LA is the mend.
He's on the mend
on
since
the mend.
last June.
He's on the mend. Oh, okay. Here we go. He's injured again, and the Los Angeles Angels are making plans to be without their third baseman for the entire 2021.
Why don't you have him play first base?
Yeah, that
They were
doesn't.
slightly prepared. Slightly prepared.
Dude,
We kind of saw this coming.
With as his track record with the team is shown, is eventually going to miss some time with an injury.
Nah, that doesn't make sense.
No,
He's
a
under
lot.
contract for $38.5 million this year and next, but his future with the Angels is uncertain. He prepares for left hip surgery later this week. While the owner Artie Monero didn't comment on Rendon's status for 2026, he expects him to miss the 2025 season.
So I
How
know.
about next year? He's definitely not playing this year.
So, like, here's how I'm going to go about this. I know we talk about this every week, and I always say, like, the same sort of things. But, man, this dude definitely hurt himself in the offseason and was like, I am going to wait until the first day of spring, and I'm going to be like, injured, boys. Got hurt coming in today.
Since 2021, Anthony Rendon has the same number of IL stints as home runs.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
13.
That's crazy.
Wow.
What a lucky number.
Wow.
This guy is
In
these
13
amazing
homers in
stats.
4 years, he makes $30 million a year. This guy's
He's
a
been on the
legend.
IL 13 times.
This guy's a legend.
He's played more games than $1 million he's made.
But
So that's good.
I do
Oh
I
my
do
God.
want you guys to know, though, it is not right for us to be making fun of him because, you know, what if he came into our job and started critiquing us at how bad we were doing?
Well,
at
the
it?
thing is
Oh.
if he went to our job, he'd actually see us there working.
Huh?
No, wait a minute.
Whereas
Huh.
it's his job, we go, he doesn't play, and we just
Yeah, but that's not fair. He's hurt. You know.
yeah, he hurt his hip. What can you do?
Yeah, I mean that definitely was baseball related.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely, probably didn't do it on like a jet ski or something.
Yeah,
and
he showed up to spring training. They're like, Anthony, are you ready for the season? He's like, actually,
my hip, it hurts.
when people get hurt at my work after when they run out of like sick time and they like don't like they just get fired.
Huh?
Eventually, they just lose their job.
How'd you just
Huh.
fire a baseball
But you don't. 'Cause
Isn't that weird?
that is weird, right?
It's weird.
If baseball
So there
player,
are consequences when somebody doesn't do their job or they're not good at their job. For you, you just get $38 million.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say to that?
What's that?
Yeah, your union's just not strong enough.
that's it. That's the problem.
Honestly, though, you say that, but we could probably keep somebody like Anthony Rendon around. Yeah, we'd fight for you, bro. We would. I'd probably have to go to a meeting. I'd be like, you gotta keep Anthony, dude.
I don't
Keep
know.
morale really high.
He never shows
I
up
bet
for
he
work.
does.
He's
He
always
comes
hurt.
in. He comes in sometimes.
He comes in sometimes.
He lets us know
every
what he's
once in a
doing.
while, maybe.
Yeah,
He
it still
lets us
hurt.
know that it's just a job.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
Money.
a job, and I love baseball.
And no one's allowed to critique him.
Nobody.
Nobody. He wouldn't do that to you. He would never go to a restaurant and complain about the food being bad. Okay, he would
True.
accept it. He's a good guy.
True.
He wouldn't just look at a fan in the middle of a game and
Also,
challenge him to a fight.
You don't. I mean, unless you lived in Warwick or something, then you could say I pay taxes. But like I'd be a fan paying money to go see you. So if you think I'm paying money to tell you suck, I put money in your pocket to tell you suck. You should be so honored.
Honored.
And you get hurt like
This guy
a week
came
later.
here just to see me. Whether it's for a negative reason, who cares? I'm getting
there for him.
Putting seats in asses in seats. Yeah.
Seats and asses, baby.
Seats and asses,
That's probably what
that's-
Anthony Rendon would say.
I put seats in your ass.
That's how I hurt. That's how I hurt my
Seat
hips.
in your
when I
ass.
beat in my ass, and I hurt my hip.
I
All
put
right.
the seat in your ass.
I will bend over.
Well, enough about Anthony Rendon.
Yeah, right. That's actually, I think, the longest we've ever talked about Anthony Rendon.
Well, it usually just say that loves baseball.
Yeah, but
We decided to give a real update. The update has not changed because
Nope.
this article is from February.
But dude, he's been on the men since last June.
Yeah, dude, that was the second article that came up. It was just like he's on
He's on the men June
on the men.
10th.
June 10th, 2024. All right.
I was like, damn, they're already a month ahead of us in real life. It's like June 10th. I'm like, wow, they're already getting ready. They're like,
Yeah. So
he's back.
yes, sir.
Yes.
You know, I think Rafi Devers is going off the hook though a little bit because of Juan Soto. Because now that he's getting paid $700 million, they would run to first base if I was getting paid $700 million.
Cut him. Send him single A.
It's kind of bad though.
It is bad.
It's
yeah,
not great,
It's
but-
no.
It's just bad because like he's never been like this ever in his career.
Yeah, not this bad. I mean, like, he would, like, pimp some home, obviously.
Yeah,
First
yeah,
of all,
but
as
like
he does, but
when you're watching a wall ball double
And it's
and
a
you're
single,
standing,
yeah.
and you're standing at home plate watching it like it's a home run, and it hits
Yeah.
halfway up the wall, and you're
Well,
like,
when Giancarlo does it, John.
John Sterling doesn't
Yeah.
know
It's a
what
little.
happened.
Wait, what did I miss?
Yeah,
What did I? What did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong?
But
A
like,
Stantonian blast.
it was. Oh, it was. That's
It was,
for
yeah,
sure.
I like his
Right off
highlights
the
when he
wall.
got hit with the ball. That was great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it hit me.
Oh, that me.
Shit.
Oh yeah, but I mean, yeah, Soto's not great. And when they played the Yankees, the Yankee fans gave him, you
Oh,
know,
yeah, they booed
they
the shit out
booed
of
the
him.
shit out of him for 3 days, and
Yeah.
basically,
He
like
won for 10 that series.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
from what the reporters were saying, like the only time that they saw him happy, the entire weekend or the entire series was when he would like pregame he would talk with Judge and Chisholm and Aaron Boone and all those guys, and it's like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have left that side of New York.
Yeah, right.
Like you know,
Literally
you
went to the
went
World
and took
Series
your
last
money.
year. Yeah, which I get. I mean, you got the biggest contract in history, but now you gotta
You got to live up to
you
it.
gotta
You
live up
can't-
to at least a little bit. Was he in 240?
Like you have to
8
at
home
least
runs, 20
like,
RBIs.
even if your baseball numbers aren't living up to it, like your personality and your
Yeah.
morale like needs to live up to that type of contract.
Yeah, like it's like it looks like right now. Like, what if you gave Yasiel Puig that big of a contract?
Yeah.
That's what he's playing. Like,
He's
like
like
him
Albert
in singles.
Hainsworth
You know
right
what I mean? Like,
Yasiel.
It's like Albert Hainsworth, dude.
yeah,
He got that huge contract.
yep.
Like
Albert
dog it
Hainsworth.
afterwards.
Yeah.
But like it's
Albert.
wild to me. Like, you know, I would never expect it. But it also goes to show you exactly like why the Red Sox aren't giving out contracts.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to my dad about this recently, but I think that like what this contract is doing right now and the way that he's playing, it's kind of if you're a player, I feel like you were kind of hoping that Soto does something good
Really
because
well
now-
because
yeah,
now that makes everybody worth
right, yeah.
$750 million.
When you have a sport that is going a lot of, it's not even just a Red Sox problem. It's a lot like most of the teams don't really spend a lot of money. Not everyone's the Dodgers. The Dodgers are an exception to the rule actually. So like when you have all these teams that don't want to spend that much money on a player, and you're the Mets who are giving Juan Soto, a big market team like the Mets, giving Juan Soto the biggest contract in history, and he is absolutely not living up to that deal right now. And he looks like he's dogging it. He's not hitting the ball as
And
well.
this is the third Met that they've done this
Yeah.
with.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. So now, if you're a player who is looking to get a big contract, a lot of the owners will be like, "Why would I do that if you're gonna
Yeah,
what
look
if
at
we
what
have
he's
Juan?
doing."
Yeah, look what Juan Soto's doing, which is obviously not like a smart way to look. It's not a good way to look at, but owners are gonna justify any way to not pay you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's also a justifiable reason. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Juan Soto was like a 300 hitter, hits 40 home runs. The year before that, he hits 40 home runs.
Yep.
And it's like you're that's what you're expecting when you sign a guy to that contract, and it's like he's not running out hits.
Yeah.
He's
His body language is off.
body language is off. He doesn't look happy at all. Still missing plays in right field.
Yeah.
Like,
he was never a good defensive.
Yeah, right. But it's like, you know, all of this now, like you said, when you're a player now coming up for this huge contract, every owner is going to be like, well, you know, Juan Soto looked like such a promising guy, and we go out and give him all this money, and he's dogging it the year after, like, you know, and that's what throws people off is like you're not gonna want to give out that $700 million contract,
Yeah.
especially you know a team like Boston, you know, like Roman Anthony, he could be that next type of guy looking for that huge ass contract.
Yeah,
And-
I think they've already said that he doesn't plan on signing like a Bayo type deal or.
Yeah, he's not going to
Campbell
sign a
type
team
deal.
friendly deal,
Yeah.
and it's
why
like,
why would you?
Yeah.
I don't blame him at
I
all.
don't blame him either.
but it's like if, you know, if this guy's worth that much money, you know, the Red Sox are never going to sign him to that
Yeah.
deal. We're never going to pay him that money because they've been burned by Pablo Sandoval and Hanley Ramirez and
Yeah.
David Price.
Pablo,
Yeah.
And like they, you know, so they're not going to go out and sign him to this huge ass contract.
Trevor
because-
Story currently.
Yeah, because they're afraid of what the other side of it could be.
Yeah.
But you know, at some point, like you are going to have to sign somebody to a big contract.
Yeah.
Maybe not 700 million, but you're going to need superstar players.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there was always like that persistent rumor that had Vladdy Jr. gone to free agency at the end of the
Yeah,
year, the
we
Red
were
Sox
gonna-
would give him that contract that he got with Toronto,
yeah,
which would have been good because he would have killed Fenway Park. But you know, you're right. Like, eventually they're gonna have to do it. But like they're typical MLB owners now in the new MLB market, where it's like, oh, why would I give you all this money when Juan Soto's not even living up to his end of the bargain for another team that I have nothing to do with?
and
It's-
look, I
it's
could
not
take your
smart.
$750 million that I'd be giving you, and I could put it in my pocket and go buy an NBA team.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah, right. And we
yeah,
could still win as many games.
Yeah, exactly.
At least 80.
Yeah.
Yeah,
81,
but,
81,
but then
that
I'll
goes
also
off the field.
I'll collect the money from that team's revenue as well, so I'm making more.
Yeah, I won't put that good players on their team.
No.
Don't worry about that.
No.
I'm gonna make
We don't
them
do that.
good.
No,
We
we
made
don't
the
do
playoffs.
that.
Strictly for the money.
We made the playoffs once in the last 5 years.
We spread
And
the
we're the-
mediocrity.
Yeah.
Fourth
most
most the
profitable
worst,
baseball.
but don't want to be the best either.
We just want to be there, you know? We want to make that money. Fourth most profitable team in baseball, and we're 500.
Beers, how much? You don't care.
The less players
You're
you
at the
pay,
game.
the more profitable we could be.
Exactly. Well, like 42% of that goes to the players, like on-field personnel, of like the profit that they made. Well, the Red Sox profit I think they made last year. I think they had the lowest.
42%.
Yeah, went to the.
Of all the profit they made last year went to.
Shout out to John Henry. You know. Just
Yeah,
wanna-
but you can't buy a $3 billion stake into golf if you don't have that money.
exactly. You know.
You need that 58%.
LeBron's gonna be like, hey, when I retire, I want a team in Vegas.
And they're gonna be like,
You'd be like,
All
LeBron, obviously, why wouldn't you want to do that? LeBron James. Craig, can you take care of this team? I don't know how to talk to people. All right, Craig Breslow. Hey, Rafi, you want to play?
"Want to play center?"
Do you want to pitch? You have a good arm, right? You can use a good bullpen arm.
I play third base. It's like, all right.
All right. Well, I can't reason with this guy. Damn it.
Just thumbs up.
Yeah. So I mean, moral of the story is, Red Sox are 500. We're so back.
Yeah, we're so back.
So back.
We're so back.
27 and 27, baby. Let's go.
Oh man. Well, is there anything not baseball related you guys want to talk about?
I don't know if I have any good hot takes this week.
I know, me neither. I went on vacation last week and nothing crazy happened or
Sounds like a good
anything.
time.
So yeah, just went, enjoyed myself, and
I saw Lilo and Stitch last night.
how was it?
It was good.
Yeah,
There's
I wanna
one.
see it.
It was very. I mean, I thought it was good. Obviously, it was fun. But I
was
know
it like was it pretty close to the cartoon,
mostly
or was a lot
close?
of it?
Yeah, it was. There was. I wouldn't say it was a lot of changes, but there was definitely like some changes. But it's like you don't want to make the exact same movie.
Yeah, of course.
One thing I will say about that is that all the 30-year-old people on YouTube making 30-minute videos about how the movie ruined the original, grow up. It's a kids movie. Just throwing that out there. That's my hot take. If you're someone who watches a Disney live-action movie 30 years after it came out, and then you come out with a 30 to 40-minute video about how bad it is and how much it ruined the original, you're insane. That's crazy. Grow up.
You're up there with the Facebook comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian Bayo on Facebook.
Yeah, you're
it's
Brian.
really
you're Brian
him.
Bayo, Bryan, Brian
Yeah.
Bayo.
Yeah, it's spelled
his
right
four
for his
friends.
name,
Yep.
but it definitely pronounced Brayon when they put it in there. Brayon, fellow. telling you they wrote that. It's like, oh shit, it's Brian. Let me write down the info so they know it's me.
But yeah, that's my
Bayo,
hot take.
like quesadilla. That's what it says. So we remember how to say it right. I saw that movie Sinners.
Was it good?
It's really good.
It looked awesome.
Yeah, it's like awesome, because like the first half of the movie is like cool and fun, and the second half of the movie is just cool, but like also like vampires and stuff. Yeah, but but I don't know. It's really good. I don't have anything to say about that other than I didn't know I was gonna go see, but I was like, okay, let's go see it.
Well, I do want. I want to see that.
You should see it. It's
Yeah.
definitely really good.
We got to go see Friendship.
I do want to see
I know.
Friendship. Yeah.
That's why I said that to Kayla. I was like, can we go see a movie I want to go see?
We should definitely go see that though.
Yeah.
That
I'm
looks funny.
definitely down.
I mean, if you guys want to go to the showcase, you guys could just come to my house. We can all go. Because it's going to close soon, so we might as well go, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I got a
The
gift card
last
I got to
game of the
use.
year.
Mm-hmm.
If we go on Tuesday, it's $8 to go to a movie still.
Damn.
Fuck it, let's go on Tuesday.
Word.
Just so you guys know, you're involved in our plans now.
Yeah, you guys are all
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
All three
Welcome.
viewers.
All three, all three of you that listen to the first 30 minutes and then don't listen to the rest of it, you guys are more than welcome to come.
Is that how it's been?
I don't know. I saw like a few that was like that, and most of them don't listen to the whole thing. But you know what? That's going to change
I
eventually.
have a
Yeah.
feeling it's just our friends just listening to
Yeah.
it for a while.
Yeah.
Although we did have that one guy on YouTube that did delete his comment, I'm pretty sure.
That guy.
Whatever
What's
that
his name?
Jimbo.
Wesley, I don't know.
Jimbo.
Jimbo, yeah.
Fucking
James.
Jimbo.
Good old James.
James, if you're listening again, what the fuck, man?
Come
Put
on.
your comment back.
You
on.
Come
are-
back,
I thought
James.
You were our
James, we
boy,
need you.
dude.
We-
Yeah, I thought we were home.
He's not even listening.
You said
We
keep
really
it up,
like you,
gents.
James. Come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
go
let you on the
Sox.
podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast. If somebody deletes comment,
Everyone's invited,
You're all hanging out with
but now you're not.
except for Zach Kelly. He's definitely not.
Yeah, you're
invited.
not invited, dude. Stay in Worcester.
Yeah. With the other guy from Massachusetts.
Sean Newcomb, guys. End of an era.
He's from Mass.
He's from Massachusetts, though, so that's great.
Yeah. I mean, he might be not
Oh,
traveling
did you know there's
far.
another
Yeah,
standing room
DFA'd,
only
but
podcast?
if no one else picks
Did
him
you know
up.
there's another standing room only podcast?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's don't worry, they don't make it anymore.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
yeah,
you're not welcome.
Yeah, we're the cool ones.
Yeah, you're not welcome.
Look at us. Look at our faces.
We have 5. So somebody else watched it since I watched it because I had
Look
3
at
when
us.
I watched it.
Look at us.
I'm proud
Look
of
at-
us, guys.
Look at us.
Give us
See,
our
I told you I
flowers.
watched them. I don't know
See,
why.
that's the thing that doesn't make sense, is that episode 1 did have the Mama Number 5 intro, and we did not get flagged for that. But we got flagged for part 2. Or episode 2.
I don't know.
God damn it, they didn't... episode 1's still available on YouTube because they were like, that's fine. But episode 2, they were like, whoa,
Like I didn't
Whoa.
talk about it enough, apparently.
Orchard music here.
What if I wrote copyright Orchard Moogits?
Like, what?
I don't know. Orchid? Is it orchid or orchard? That's why I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Orchard?
orchard. Yeah, you're
Orchid music?
mean.
I took
mean
a white
people.
orchid, turned it.
Episode number 5.
What?
Rita.
Whoa, man. Orchard music's knocking. They're like,
Oh, yeah,
"Let's
yeah,
keep
that's
on going
what
with
I
that
do.
another 2 seconds.
There's
We're
no
gonna flag
instruments.
you."
It's not. It's me. It's just me.
No, that's good. That's very convincing. We're gonna sue
The
you.
trumpet.
Sued.
Sue me. Sue me. Where's the?
You're
That's
sued.
not the right one, but. No. Oh yeah. There you go. Block that out. Yeah. See, it's all set.
Oh man.
I was looking at our logo there. Rob's mustache is on the top of his lip. So it looks like he's just constantly just.
Mambo number 9.
And I'm like chinny as fuck.
Yeah, you have very chin. I look like a mix between me and like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, you kind of do. But yeah, Rob, your mustache goes in your top lip,
Yeah,
so your top lip's brown.
Look at that.
Also,
I
you
noticed
do
that. I was like watching it at work.
From
And
far
I
away,
was,
It's all hair.
So you're kind of doing like.
It's all hair.
kind of
Oh, apparently we're playing a podcast
yeah,
sorry, I was
episode in the
just watching that.
podcast.
Exception.
like.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any hot takes. I know
Yeah,
usually I
yeah, I
come
don't
hot
really have anything.
sometimes, but
My hot take was brief,
uh,
but I stand by
there's
it.
an exit. Okay, I got a hot take about driving on the highway. There's this exit over near Tollgate, and it's from where 295 and 95 come together. But I gotta get off at 117. And so back in the day, it used to be 2 lanes. You had 1 lane coming in, and then there's the other lane that you're in, and it turns into 1 lane. But everybody gets over. They get over to the other lane. But now they added 3 lanes. It's 3 lanes now. So 2 lanes come in, right? And I see people all the time go from the right lane, the left lane, I mean, lane I'm in, the 3rd lane, go over to the other lane, go over to the other lane that clearly has arrows pointing you back to the other lane, to get back over the other lane, to then get back over to the other lane.
Mm-hmm.
So they go over 6 lanes of traffic to be in the same lane.
So it's just a
Not
crazy
bad.
zigzag.
Because they want to get to that right so bad.
Yeah.
But they can never remember that it turns into 1 lane before that happens. And I get so annoyed. You know what I'm talking
exactly
about.
what you're
You know
talking
exactly what I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know
about.
exactly where
Yeah,
you're
And
talking
it happens all the time. So I just started doing it too. I said, fuck it. I'll cut people off. I don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck
fuck
it.
it.
Yeah, right.
Fuck
yeah.
it. Somebody
Fuck
tried
it.
to go. I looked at him and I said, I'll kill you. No. Oh, there's a good story. You guys want to hear a good story? It's not that great of a story. But one time, I was driving. I was driving home. I don't know. Maybe I was driving home from Zach's or... Where was I? I was going up Post Road, so I must have been going to
Not
Cranston.
Zach Kelly, by the way.
Not Zach Kelly. I wouldn't hang out with him.
Oh God.
Well, my hot take, it kind of backpacks off Matt's traffic stuff. On my way back, we waited on Monday to leave DC late.
Yeah.
We figured, we caught mad traffic on the way down in New York and Connecticut. So we figured we'd wait a little bit, leave late, this way catch no traffic. You tell me why we caught an hour of traffic at midnight in Connecticut.
'Cause that's
Why the
Connecticut.
fuck did that happen?
was it construction?
Of course there was construction.
What
Fucking Connecticut.
else are you gonna do it?
Yeah, right.
Well, I am.
Dude,
No one's driving
the
home
craziest
now.
part is, it's a 4-lane highway. They have 3 of the lanes closed, and they're only working in 1.
Oh my God. Like we need all the space we can get.
Like,
Got a lot of
no,
work to do.
no, it wasn't like that. Wasn't like that. They're working on, like, the left shoulder. They're, like, the left lane's closed. The middle, like, the right lane next to it is open. And then the 2 other lanes on, like, to get like the slower lanes are closed as well.
Yeah.
But they're working on the left side of the highway. So the right side of the highway is closed for no reason.
Oh, it's
Like there's nobody over there. No machines, no nothing. But everybody's just like merging into one lane in the middle of the highway.
Yeah, Church of Dance Squidward Lane.
Yeah. Oh, I was so mad. I was like, I just couldn't figure out what was going on. I was like, why are we hitting this much traffic at midnight? Like,
Dude,
Connecticut, man.
Connecticut thing ever.
Yep, Connecticut, man.
for ya. Connecticut's like that. New Jersey smells like ass. I know that.
Yeah, so is Delaware. Sorry, Delaware.
You have to block that out, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Beep.
We went to.
I won't say any more names. I'm a straight white man. I have the easiest life of all time. Like I can say whatever I want.
Well, how have you know that?
It's
A very good friend of mine recently said that the hardest thing in America right now is to be a straight white male.
He's
And-
never lived he never had any empathy.
And
That's all I heard. No offense.
and I was just like, well, we were like,
Yeah.
you're joking, right? And he's like,
You sure about that?
and he was serious. He genuinely thought that, and everyone else in the room was just like,
Stop thinking that.
Stop. That's
I
insane.
wasn't there,
That's an
but
insane thing. Yeah,
he told me about it. I was like,
I was very upset about it. I was like, are you serious?
I've struggled 0 times my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm being honest, and I'm not trying to say like I'm not like. I mean, I've definitely struggled in things, but like, life's
wasn't-
been pretty fucking easy, man.
Yeah, it wasn't because of that. It wasn't because we were straight white dudes.
Yeah,
not this-
sorry.
no,
Is
man,
that a
I'm
hot
having a-
take, guys?
I'm having a rough day. Why? I'm a straight white guy, man. It's just
Hey,
really
like,
hitting
I
me hard
can't
today.
I can't say the R word anymore, dude. Oh,
Oh no.
I can't call people gay without not really meaning it. Oh, so hard to live this life. Oh God, hate it.
We just got
Rob's looking at me like, what's wrong with you?
cut that.
Out of
cut that.
control.
we like
Really
to have,
wanna, yeah, it's really
we like to have good takes. We
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
have hot takes. You know,
Yeah, the end of the show is for hot
spicy,
takes.
dude.
Oh.
Shit's spicy.
Spicy. It's spicy.
It's spicy out here.
Was it Danger Witch?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Fuck him.
Well, I think that's a good way to
Yeah,
end
yeah, that's
this.
a good one. Yeah. Yep.
We have beautiful, beautiful takes at the end.
Great takes. I can't wait to edit this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to edit a lot out. You definitely.
This
get
was a
to-
great 5th episode.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'd say so. This is the milestone, dude.
This is the Mambo number 5 episode.
Number 5.
Copyright.
Orchid music here.
And Rita.
We know all of them.
You're sued. I'm Orchid music. Orchard music. Orchid music.
I don't know. Let's look it up. Losermusic.com.
Oh god.